A sequel to Labyrinth? Muppet Vision 3D's closing date is announced. These stories and more right after this. Welcome back to another episode of Good News with Jay, where we're all about sharing good news in the world and shining a light on the helpers and local communities. Hey, you. Yeah, you, I'm talking to you. Have you hit like and subscribe yet? No? Well, what are you waiting for? Okay, let's get into this week's good news. Skateboarding legend Tony Hawk is proving he's just as impressive off the board as he is on it. Using Cameo, Hawk has raised over $15,000 for Los Angeles wildfire relief, supporting World Central Kitchen's efforts to feed displaced families and first responders. At $99 a pop per video, Hawk has been busy delivering everything from birthday shoutouts to pep talks. And now, thanks to Let's Chat, he's even doing them in multiple languages. Fans have been raving about his heartfelt messages, calling them the best day ever gifts. While World Central Kitchen gave a big shout out for his support. With his signature charm and creativity, Hawk's not just kick flipping, he's making a real difference, one cameo at a time. It's celebration time! An Altadena family is over the moon after their 100-pound pet tortoise, Rocky, was found safe and sound following the Eaton fire. Despite the flames and losing their home, Rocky proves she's one tough shell to crack, surviving by hunkering down in her 3-foot deep burrow. The San Dimas Sheriff's Station shared a video of a deputy, slow and steady, carrying Rocky to safety. The family had tried multiple times to search for their rock-solid companion, but was blocked by gas leaks. Turns out, Rocky knew how to dig in and ride out the chaos like a true tortoise champ. Atlas Oceanic, a post-production studio in LA, is helping the animation and voiceover community bounce back from the chaos of the fires. They're turning one of their edit bays into a sound haven, offering a free recording and remote workspace for displaced talent. For voice artists who often record from inside their home studio, losing their house meant losing their way of making a living and providing services we all enjoy. You even had industry legends like Rob Paulson and Gray Delisle praising the studio on Instagram. Atlas Oceanic is making sure the show goes on. To book a free spot, just drop them an email listed in the description. The Murder Hornets have finally been stung into submission in Washington state. After making a dramatic entrance into the US in 2019, these pesky pests, notorious for their knack for decimating honeybee hives, have been officially eradicated. Thanks to the diligent efforts of the Washington State Department of Agriculture, who spent years trapping, eliminating, and basically throwing a sting operation, no hornets were spotted in 2024, leading to a sweet victory for both beekeepers and agriculture. These hornets, known for their ability to wipe out a hive in 90 minutes, have been sent packing, making this a real buzz-worthy success. Washington can now rest easy because when it comes to being safe, this is one threat that's be gone. Annabelle Whalen had a hoot of a day when she found herself in not one, but 2 feathered fiascos. It all started when she stumbled upon a great gray owl on the ground in 2 Harbors. Armed with a biology degree and a big heart, she sweet-talked the injured bird like a wildlife whisperer, wrapped it up like a burrito in a blanket, and delivered it to rehab. She thought her owl-saving saga was over. Oh, how naive. Hours later, she spotted a snowy owl jammed into the grill of a car, looking like it took a wrong turn on the way to Hogwarts. Just hanging out there, huh? With the rescue center closed, she had no choice but to play bird nurse again. Naming the bird Noel, she tucked it into a crate at home, carefully dodging her cousin's curious cats, who were clearly plotting their next catastrophic move. Bracing for the worst, Annabelle woke up ready for tears, but was greeted by a very alive, albeit grumpy Noel. Off they went to Wildwoods, where the bird got a wing wrap, some meds, and a ticket to the Raptor Center. Wildwoods had some sage advice for wannabe bird heroes. Slow down, stay alert, and call for help when you see an injured animal. And remember, if you find yourself in Annabelle's shoes, be ready to wing it. Kate Middleton shared the wonderful news that she's now in remission, just 4 months after completing her cancer treatment. She posted on Instagram to thank the Royal Marsden Hospital in London for their amazing care throughout her journey, and express her gratitude to everyone who supported her and Prince William along the way. Now, back to her royal duties, Kate also announced that she's taken on the role of joint joint patron of the Royal Marsden, alongside William. She's excited to support cancer research and improve the patient experience, hoping to make a big difference in the fight against cancer. While she's thrilled to be in remission, Kate acknowledged the recovery process takes time, and she's focusing on adjusting to her new normal. But with a bright year ahead, she's feeling optimistic and looking forward to what's to come. She ended her post with a heartfelt thank you to all for their continued support. 8-year-old Zoya Khan is proving that age is just a number when it comes to innovative engineering. For the primary engineer McRobert medal competition, Zoya designed the self-regulation bracelet, a nifty device aimed at helping neurodivergent students communicate in class. It's like a wearable mood ring, but with more purpose and less mood swing. The bracelet uses color-coded lights to help kids signal their emotions without drawing too much attention, because sometimes saying "I'm stressed" out loud isn't quite as effective as you'd think. Zoya's invention won her a bronze medal, outshining 71,000 other competitors. Teachers and staff are already buzzing about how this little gadget could change the classroom dynamic for neurodivergent students. So move over, Tony Stark. There's a new kid engineer in town. An 80-acre campground in northern Minnesota is up for grabs after its original purpose became a thing of the past. One Heartland, once a haven for HIV-positive kids, closed its doors because, well, thanks to groundbreaking meds, HIV transmission among babies has plummeted to almost zero. Founded in 1993 by Neil Willinson, the camp turned from a short project into a 30-year-long mission to give HIV-positive kids a place to open up and feel loved. But with perinatal HIV rates now nearly non-existent, the camp's days of providing a safe haven are officially over. Talk about a heartwarming ending. The Trevi Fountain in Rome, a place where tourists toss coins for good luck. But it's not just their fortunes that get a boost. The iconic fountain is a pool of generosity with nearly 2 million euros tossed in 2023 alone. Even during a restoration, tourists couldn't resist throwing in their change, 61,000 euros worth to be exact. The money is collected by Caritas, a charity who uses the funds for everything from soup kitchens to Alzheimer's care. Rome's fountains, including the Trevi, get a regular scrub down to keep them sparkling for the millions of visitors. And while the coins are a bit of a headache for the city workers, who have to collect and clean all that change, plus the odd lost ring or two, it's all worth it when the proceeds go to support families, youth programs, and, well, let's face it, a lot of pasta-fueled dreams in Rome. So remember, next time you're rolling in the coins at the Trevi, you're not just hoping for another trip to Italy, you're also contributing to a good cause. Or should I say, coin-tributing. It's amazing news week for Robert Eggers. The filmmaker has officially signed on to direct and co-write a sequel to the 1986 cult classic Labyrinth for TriStar Pictures, proving he's ready to navigate another cinematic maze. Eggers is teaming up with his trusty collaborator Sion from The Northman to spin his new tale, but plot details are as tightly guarded as the Goblin King's crystal balls. Lisa Henson, Chris and Eleanor Columbus, and Brian Henson will help shepherd the goblins as producers. This announcement comes hot on the heels of Eggers' fantastic success with Nosferatu, his highest grossing film to date, ranking in over $156 million worldwide and snagging 4 Oscar nominations. That's right, 4 Oscar nominations. Clearly, he's sinking his teeth into success. But that's not all. Eggers is also working on Werewolf, a project set to howl into theaters in December of 2026. With Labyrinth, Nosferatu, and Werewolf all in play, Eggers is proving he's got the right stuff to tackle everything from gothic nightmares to Goblin Kings. We have an update to the Muppet Vision 3D situation. Muppet Vision 3D, a beloved staple since 1991, will close its doors on June 7th, 2025. While the show will make way for the new Monstro Theater for the rethemed Monstropolis area, Disney has assured fans that they are exploring ways to preserve elements of the Muppet experience for future enjoyment. Mama Melrose's Ristorante Italiano will also close on May 10th, 2025, followed by Pizza Rizzo on June 7th, alongside Muppet Vision 3D. Though the focus will shift to the Monsters Inc. themed Monstropolis, Disney recognizes the legacy of Muppet Vision 3D and promises creative conversations to honor its cherished history. Fans are especially sad as this was Muppets creator Jim Henson's last thing he worked on before his untimely death from pneumonia in 1990. Here's hoping that Disney keeps the legacy of the lovers and the dreamers alive. And that's our show. If you made it to the end, thank you so much. Just watching is a way of supporting the channel. Though I wouldn't mind you hitting subscribe too. If you have some good news to share, why don't you leave a comment down below? I'd love to hear about it. And remember, no matter what's going on in the world, there's always good news to share. I'm Jay, the Good News Monster, and I'll see you next time for another episode of Good News with Jay. Bye! Skateboarding legend Tony Hawk is... Oh wait, no, sorry. That's some good news. There's a plane. That was a good one. Now, back to her royal duties. Duties. All right.